I don't even know what to say, y'all. This hard to watch. Looks like UConn gonna take this. Yeah, I don't see what South Carolina gonna do right here, man. This is a tough one, man. UConn up 13. This is a tough watch right here, man. Shout out to UConn. I think they're gonna take this. I don't think South Carolina got it, man. I don't think they got it. Yeah, yeah, you right, Jared. UConn defensive plan is immaculate though. I gotta give them credit, man. South Carolina can't get it inside. They can't do giving goals and stuff like that. They really ain't got much. They like UConn taking away that. And South Carolina don't want to really shoot the long ball, so you got easy fudges on the heater, man. But it appears, while South Carolina's defense was good in the beginning, but it's like they got that weakness. Kits, Chloe Kits, they just eating off of them, off of her. They had Kits on FUD for a minute. She was tearing her up. Whenever she was on strong, muscling her up. Even Paige is being super non-aggressive and Paige is being almost a little too unselfish today. But when Paige see Kits on her, that's when she gonna make a move, you know. Oh yeah, UConn would have been a better. If UConn ain't get robbed, if UConn ain't get robbed, you know, that would have been a better game. But they ain't have Sarah Strong neither. But they had Leah Edwards. They had Leah Edwards though. I don't know. Strong might end up being a little bit better than Leah Edwards. I don't know. That's one to watch out for. But was Fudd healthy last year though? Maybe you could remember that. I don't remember. I know Fudd. She had a lot of injuries, man. This is hard for me to watch, man. This is tough. Like I'm happy for UConn, but Dawn Staley and them getting their ass whooped, bro. This is tough. Dawn is mad, boy. She heated. Okay, good play. That damn Fuwali is okay. It's a good little steal there. Paige turning the damn ball over. Okay. South Carolina trying to make a little comeback. They're gonna fight because they got the defense. They're gonna fight. Paige gonna have to like turn it up a little bit if they make a run. It's like AZ Fudd then gave them all they can give. Sarah Strong was mad dominant. She got double digit rebounds. That's a good play by Fuwali. Fuwali is a disaster. Fuwali and Kits, they disasters, man. Chloe Kits. Chloe Kits is barbecue chicken, man. Yeah, how's it going, Tracy? Sporting Page salute. What's going on, bro? If y'all can come and do me a favor, hit that like button, man. I appreciate it. But damn, this is a tough one, man. Like shout out to UConn. Like I'm not gonna be mad if UConn win, but South Carolina don't steal it, Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what I mean? It's a tough one. Mm. Chloe Kids can't play defense is an understatement, my brother. Like that was how UConn got going. Just whoever Kits is on, just go at her. It was very simple. That's all they need to do. If Kits is on strong muscular. If Kits is on Page just, you know what I mean? Just crossing her up. If Kits is on Fudd just attacking the basket. So Dawn had to take her out. But the problem is Kits helps you on, in the post. So You taking away pretty much the post scoring of South Carolina. So it's a decision she had to make, but gotta take it out, man. Somebody killing you on defense. This is why defense is important. It's crazy, man. You appreciate that sporting page. That's the way I see it, man. That's the way I see it. It's all psychology, when you think about it. It's all psychology, man. Dang. This is a tough watch though. This ain't easy. This is a tough watch. You said Haley Van Lith, she Haley. Yeah, man. That's what Gino was doing. Gino basically said attack kids, and that was really it. That and once Dawn took her out, it was a little too late. But you see now they're trying to make a little run. I think it's 11 point lead now. So, but what they're gonna have to do though is if South Carolina can find a way to turn it around, Paige is gonna have to be more aggressive. I think. You can't just only have Fudd doing what she doing. See, Paige is so like smart. Like if Dawn puts her best defender on her, like a lot of times she had Raven Johnson on her. Paige will just look to see where the mismatch is and give the ball up. But sometimes, you know, that lack of selfishness works. Sometimes it doesn't. So we'll see. Yeah, we know you love Haley Van Lith, brother. I think everybody in the world knows it, man. We ain't here to talk about no damn Van Lith. We talking about Uconn versus South Carolina. And they back to attacking kids. See what I mean? You know, if Paige see Raven on her, she gonna get the ball up. Fudd got 24. She got to get player of the game. Yeah, Fudd the MVP of this game. Easy. Easy. Fudd need to declare for the draft now. Ain't no point coming back. Like what Fudd gonna come back to do? Easy might as well just go right on ahead to the W next year. You know what I mean? After this performance, she probably go top. If I'm Chicago, I'm taking Fudd. You know what I mean? How do you not take her after this performance right here? Can you imagine her in the backcourt with Ariel Atkins? You know what I'm saying? Shit. How do you not take Easy Fudd after this? But that's right, Chicago ain't got that number 3 pick. So Fudd probably gonna be in Seattle somewhere since Olivia Miles not coming out. Fudd crazy today. Strong draining threes. This is nasty. This is nasty. Like Paige ain't even got to do nothing today. Just make little reads, you know. Dang. This is tough for me to watch, man. South Carolina, my squad. And the defense they putting on them is so impeccable. Kids done walk with the ball. They ain't even call it. Dang. See, this is why I say Paige can play with Enrique. A lot of people talking about they don't think so. But she can because she's unselfish. You can't have you couldn't have a player that shoots more play with Enrique, but somebody like Paige fit right in pretty much with anybody. Easy Fudd is a beast, man. Well, yeah, it will, but they're gonna say Paige the narrative is gonna be Paige had the better team than Caitlin. That's what's gonna happen, right? Because she didn't put up crazy numbers in this game. I think they're gonna try. They're gonna try to find a way to not give her credit for the championship. even though she was crazy. She's been the best player in the tournament, since Juju went down. Even though that's the case, they still, they weird like that. They Paige wasn't bad today. Paige did the smart thing. You have a teammate that's on a heater. You supposed to feed that teammate. That's good basketball. And don't be selfish. But it's interesting. They're gonna say, well, Caitlin scored 40 points in the finals, even though it was a loss. You know what I mean? Because that's how they think. But Paige out there playing defense. You know what I mean? They're diving for loose balls on the whole nine. So that's not a bad game to me. You know what I mean? So this is a good game though, man. I mean, not really. Good for UConn. Damn. That was a hard little tumble right there. Sheesh. Number two went down hard as hell. Damn, I never seen Dawn Staley look so like just dominated, man, like this. See the key though, man, they gotta do something with Fuwali, man. You gotta get Fuwali to be more of a she gotta develop, bro. She's a disaster right now. Turn that goddamn ball over, man. You know? As far as I'm concerned, she was number one throughout, without a doubt. Paige was number one throughout, so as far as I'm concerned. You know what I mean? But obviously, Caitlin Clark though was taking all the was taking them records. Like Caitlin had the most luck. That's the thing that Caitlin has over a lot of players. No major injuries at all. Like even Angel Reese, had that injury with her leg, and Paige had a couple injuries. And because of that, during that time, that's when Caitlin emerged and started breaking those records. And records is what sticks out to people, who tell the story, as far as media and stuff like that. So I get it. you know, records is what sticks out to people. I'm not really all into records and stuff like that. You know, more so than like and admiring the actual game of a player. That's always been my thing. What a player brings to the table. Like Tim Duncan ain't got a bunch of records, but he got five chips though. If I'm a San Antonio Spurs fan, give me the guy with the chips over the guy with all the records. Records is cool. They coming with the chips and all of that. But to the storytellers, the media people, the records stakes out to them. It's important. Yeah, that's true about Camilla, without a doubt. That's true. Camilla was just dominant. It's dominant big. And that's what South Carolina is lacking right now, is that dominant big that they usually have. They had Camilla, obviously, with Leah, and then obviously with Asia before. Like Dawn need that dominant big to run to play the type of basketball she really want to play. I think it's amazing they made it to the. I think it's amazing they made it to the championship game with this team. You really look. They just didn't look sharp to me pretty much all series. You know what I mean? Like I know they got past Texas, but this South Carolina team is like one of the worst I think Dawn has had. They just something about it. They just wasn't sharp to me. You know. Yeah, that's true. The Caitlyn thing is unique. It just is. There's a lot of other factors too with Paige. That causes her not to be as popular as Caitlyn. Outside of basketball, and there's shameful things that I don't really care to speak on like that right now. But those might be the things I don't know. And then too, I mean, I put it like this: to me, they're both generational, but I think Paige's game is generational. Uh, Caitlyn is more generational attraction. You know what I mean? It's like she has a style of play that that captivated a lot of people. From the standpoint of like the entertainment factor of it. Especially like casuals and stuff like that. Like me, I never liked. To me, like them logo threes are bad shots. Like I guess I'm old school in my thinking. It's like, yo, get your ass closer to the rim. You know what I mean? But when they go in, it's amazing. It is. And again, I can see how I can make the game fun to watch. I get it. And Paige's game is probably boring to some people because she's not ultra aggressive. She's not constantly. So that's why even Juju's probably more entertaining than Paige because Juju is hella aggressive. You know what I mean? It's one thing you gonna know she there. When she's playing. Paige, like you might look at this game and feel like Paige ain't even doing nothing. To like a casual. Me, I'm looking at how she's playing the passing lanes. I'm looking at how she's, pumping up teammates. Like I look at those things. Some people might probably feel like she ain't doing nothing or contributing nothing. Like, you know, whereas whereas Caitlyn is always doing something. Like she's shooting those shots. She's active. Juju is active. You know, and to like casual people like that makes to them that might mean better player. It's just how it is. Yeah, but that don't matter as far as being on UConn. That don't matter. I see what you're saying though, but that'll be things that people say, but it won't really hurt her for real, for real. And I don't know that this team is all that crazy stacked. Like I like Sharon Strong, but at the same time, she's a she's a freshman. You know what I mean? Az Fudd we know about, but okay, so you got one outstanding teammate. Those other players are just good role players to me. I don't see anything special. I think Strong will be special, but right now she's a freshman. Like we gonna really like consider a freshman being part of like a stacked team. I'm not doing that. She's a freshman. She was dominant as hell tonight, 17 and 14. Whew. Strong might end up being better than Leah Edwards, yo. Real talk. She was blocking some shots. She was a beast. Well, it looks like Paige Beckers is gonna get her championship, man. That's where it's looking. South Carolina, man. It was a nice run. It was a nice run, man. Sorry, Dawn. It's my aunt, man. Hate to see my aunt mad. Y'all don't understand. Dawn is really from my neighborhood, not my city. No, my neighborhood. Right? She's from like 28th and Diamond. You know, I was right over 23rd in Indiana, bro. That's like literally blocks away. Like I've seen her playing out in the park out there. Out hunting park and those different places. I seen her balling against men. She was just, you know what I mean. So this ain't easy for me to watch, man. Now they talking to her. She look like she's about it. Damn, hard watch, man. Iowa was good. People come with now. I don't care about narratives. I'm looking at what I watch. Iowa was good. They had good players. Damn, Dawn. Uh, but shout out to UConn. No, I ain't mad. They the better team. It just during the season it didn't look like it, but it all came together at the right time. You know, Paige was doing a lot of holding back during the season too. She waited to them damn. She waited to the damn playoffs, to the tournament, and she started losing it, losing her damn mind. But today in the last game, man, it was easy fun, fun and strong. You know, shout out to them, no. Shout out to them. And they up 20, man, the beginning of the fourth. Damn. Yeah, I don't even think this South Carolina team believing no more, man. I don't even think they believe no more. You know? Yeah, that's true about Kate Martin. I like Kate game. Kate Martin got heart, man. I always like Kate Martin. And a lot of them little times in them tournaments, Kate Martin be the one, you know what I mean, that's coming through. Like a lot like how Fudd doing right now. You know. Hey, but AZ need to take her ass right to the W. Unless she just thinking about NIL money or something. But like if she trying to as far as have a career, ain't no reason to stay. You kind of ain't gonna repeat. You know. Damn. Yeah, I agree. Paige definitely gonna be emotional. Gino gonna be emotional and all that too, man. Gino love that girl, man. And they came close to 2022, but that was a different South Carolina team back then. You know what I mean? That squad was a little different. Yeah, I was watching that game the other day, man, the 2022 game. Flycast, come on, man, with the bullshit, man. Don't come in here with that crap, bro. It's alright to not be ultra aggressive and win a game. It ain't got nothing to do with the fact that Paige is nice. What's she supposed to do? Force the issue to prove a point to you? Go out there and just start gunning, just so Flycast can be happy. To prove to Flycast that she better than Katie. Come on, man. She ain't got to do that. Just play ball, bro. No, what they did was Flycast, if you watch the game, was they attacked Chloe Kitts, who was the weakness on the defense, on South Carolina defense. They put Raven Johnson on her, and then they see, all right, who Chloe Kitts on? She on Fudd? Oh yeah, get at the Fudd. Barbecue chicken. Tag the rim. If the Chloe Kitts was on Sarah Strong, throw it, dump it into Sarah Strong. And that's what opened the game up. If Chloe Kitts was on Paige, you saw what Paige did to her, right? You ain't see that joint, but boom, went left. You know what I'm saying? Then the step back, you ain't see that joint? She did that when Chloe Kitts was on her. But when Raven Johnson on you, you know what I mean? You don't force the issue. Unless you Caitlin Clark and you don't mind turning it over about 8 times. You know what I'm saying? In a championship game. But no, I'm glad she played the way she played. She played smart, man. Ain't out here trying to prove nothing.
Upgraded to Real ID. Moving up in the world, huh? In a way, being a Real ID means I can board flights.
Just don't change the fact that she got more to her bag than Caitlin Clark, bro. Caitlin great though. She is. Could Iowa do that without CC? Of course not. Nope. Iowa could not do what they did without Caitlin Clark. You happy? See that little pull up Paige just did from the baseline type stuff I like. I like the stop and pop ability. Stop, pop. She gonna fit right in with Enrique, man. That's gonna be something to watch. Now, Flycast. Let's be real. Dallas with Paige Beckers, Enrique, Dejanay Carrington versus Indiana. You bring your ass back here when that game go on, and we taking bets, my brother. So I know you're gonna want to see that one. That's gonna be must see TV, ain't it? But look, let's be for real. Does UConn get here without Paige going crazy earlier in the tournament? I don't think so. She did it. She already did her part. Yeah, man. But it was a very, very well um, executed game plan. Fever will torch the wings. Okay, just put bread up when the time come. I'm taking bets. I'm taking all bets. Cause what Enrique used to do to y'all, right? Last year. You remember that, right? Like Caitlin will have her best games against Dallas because they ain't had no defense, but they done added a Dejanay Carrington though. So that's gonna change their little that's gonna change that defense. So, you know what I mean? We're gonna see how that go. And they gonna have Paige backers who play defense. Yeah. Yeah. Sarah Strong is a freshman. I don't want to hear she a lottery player. She a freshman. Daisy Fudd came off mad injuries. You know what I mean? But you talking about that game plan? That's the game plan you're supposed to have. When you playing against listen, South Carolina is a defensive team. You're not worried about offensive explosion with them. And when they have excellent defenders like Raven Johnson, who they're putting on your star, what you do is you look for the weakness. Chloe Kitts, and you attack her. That's basketball. It's the way that works. And you see the score? That's what happened. Yeah, Jared. You know what I mean? Because I'm trying to figure out who gonna be the closer. Flycast, who gonna be the closer for Indiana? Didn't CC at 24, bro? They were putting Dejanay on Mitchell. They were putting Dejanay on Mitchell, and Clark went out there and just was just shooting, and they got blown out. Like I'm trying to understand, like you really bragging about some points in a game where you got blown out though? Really, Flycast? Come on, bro. I know you gotta do better than that. Got your ass whooping that game, man. You talking about some 24 points, 24 unimpactful points. Is that how you bring? That's how you arguing, my man. And then rewatch that game. They were putting these your name mostly on Kelsey Mitchell. They won't worry about CC like that. But I actually respected what CC did in that game because you know when you know you can't win, you might as well just go for broke and start shooting. I actually respected that. She knew it was hopeless. You know what I mean? I mean, it ain't had to be hopeless, but it was hopeless when you play the way Caitlyn plays. You know what I mean? They could have won if she played a different type of game, and tried on defense, stuff like that. You better let the closer be Kelsey Mitchell. Go ahead, let Caitlin Clark be a closer if you want to. You know why she's not a great closer though, Flycast? Great closers typically have to be three-level scorers, right? Meaning, if I take away your step back three, you got to be able to dribble past that defender typically and then get somewhere in the mid range. It's not that she can't make those shots, it's just that she hasn't done enough reps in it to where she can stop and pop. Now, maybe she might be different this year. I did see the new coach kind of having her do those reps a lot in mid range reps. So she might be better at it. You know what I mean? She better use that mid range, bro. She better. Or what you call it, gonna make her look bad. Flycast, how many times have you seen, right, a defender close out on CC from behind the arc? CC either pump fake, drop by, stop and pop. How many times have you seen that? How many times have you seen her get the ball, let's say like at the elbow, for example, and she hit a pump fake, turn around, jumper, any of that? When have you ever seen that? You can pull the footage up, send it to me. I'll watch it. I see Paige do it all the time. I see Juju do it all the time. Meaning, if you take away one thing, they can go to the next thing. I'm just saying. Oh, passes. Yeah, she's a great passer. Yep. So, so to win those games, it's gonna happen with the passing. That's how she gonna win. That's how she gonna get past these teams. Okay. So that means you need Kelsey Mitchell and all them to be on point. That's gonna be the key. She gonna win as a distributor. That's what you're telling me. All right. We gonna see, my man. I'll be here. I'll be here, and I'm taking bets. You could be right. I could be wrong. I just see the way I see it. Damn, man, this is hard to watch, man. They up like 32. Oh my goodness, man. Listen, I'm happy for you, Uconn, but damn, come on, Dawn, bro. Y'all don't understand. Dawn is not from my city. She's from my neighborhood, like literally, like Diamond Street, 28th. I'm from 23rd, Indiana. You can walk there. I used to watch Dawn play basketball in the park when I was a little kid, man. This is hard to watch. It's not hard. This is hard to watch, even though I am happy for UConn. But this is hard to watch, bro. Damn. This is hard to watch, man. Like, I can see Dawn going out. You know what I mean? They lose by two. They just getting outclassed, bro. She need to go out there and like they gotta work on this damn fool Wally. Fool Wally her name should be Fool Wally. She's a fool, man. Her no defensive IQ whatsoever. Keep turning the goddamn ball over, man. Damn. Chloe Kitts is trash on defense, bro. She is garbage on defense, bro. I like her offensive game a lot, but yo, she's barbecue chicken. Whoever she on is gonna score. Oh man, this ain't easy to watch, bro. This is hard, man. Damn, why you gotta lose by over 30 though? God damn, bruh. What you gonna do though, man? It is what it is. What you gonna do? Damn. They got your girl, Jared. They got your girl, Nescu on the commercial with Shaq. You like that? I bet you like that, don't you? Damn. I can't believe they about to lose by 30 something though, man. Congratulations to UConn, man. Congratulations to the great Paige Beckers. Congratulations to AZ Fudd, who need to get the hell up out of there. There's no reason to stay next year. You know what I mean? UConn are not repeat. It's not repeating. So she might as well just go ahead and move on, declare. If I'm Chicago and AZ Fudd is there, which she would not be, I'm grabbing AZ Fudd quick as hell. Um, she's a big time player, bro. That's what you want. You want players that step up in these moments. Now, what Paige is gonna have to prove, what she gonna have to prove, is that she's a championship player. Now she got the chip, but I already know them haters. They gonna be like, well, she got fun and she got this and that. Not that she should care about them haters, cause she did her thing all throughout. She been the best player throughout the tournament after Juju went down. So we all know that, you know. And whatever the case may be, she gonna have that chip. She gonna have that chip. She gonna come into the W with the chip, bruh. It is what it is. Something that, somebody else ain't do. Yeah, man. These is facts. Yeah, I know. You see they crashing out, Sham? See they crashing out. They shouldn't crash out, man. Yeah, no. Because half of them, for the reasons they like CC, they should like Paige. You know what I mean? You know what I'm getting at, right? Man, the ones that's on that type of time. Damn. Damn, man. 48 to 80, bro. 32 points. Ah, man, love, they taking Raven out, man. They don't even quit, man. Damn. Raven. I want Raven to declare too, man. Cause Raven would be would be a good player to take in Chicago too because Tyler Marsh, he's a player development guy. You just got to work with Raven on her offense, man. She just need confidence. Everything else, though, she's like a perfect player to me. Damn, Raven crying. Damn, I can't watch this, man. Damn, this is I can't watch this, man. Raven crying, bro. Fool, Wiley still turn the goddamn ball over. What you gonna do, man? CC fans gonna do all that stuff, Jared. But I'm used to them lying and coming with false narratives and all that. That's what they do. Yeah, me too, man. I'm shocked about Dawn's team getting blown out. Yeah, I expected this thing to at least be a rumble. Damn. It's hard to watch, man. Painful to watch, man. Damn. 28 from 28 from Diamond is sad today. Belt the ass, man. Belt the ass. Eagles Chiefs belt the ass. Dang. I'm happy for Page though, man. You know what I mean? South Carolina got theirs before. Page went ahead and did that, man. I'm tired of UConn having like 12 of them shits. I don't like that, but I like the way Page played, man. I do. She went left. Bruh, you don't understand, cuz how she could drive left, stop and pop, drive right, stop and pop. She's like, she's like, yeah. You remember Kurt Hennig, Mr. Perfect, the wrestler? She's like Miss Perfect, the basketball player. I ain't even gonna hold you. Only thing is her body doesn't hold up. It's the only thing with Paige. But her game is just damn near perfect. It's crazy. And I don't say that about a lot of people. I really don't. But what I do want to see is she really like can Paige Beckers in a situation in a high stakes championship game. If her teammates are not playing well, I am curious. Can she still do it? Though At the other levels, she been the best player in the tournament since Juju went down though. You know what I mean? So like that she got that. I think it's in her. You know what I mean? I think she got the nerves, but I don't know. You know what I mean? Easy Fudd and Sarah Strong was crazy today. It was crazy. You know, Paige gave us a nice little 17 though. You know what I mean? You know, but she's 5 of 14 from the floor. Ain't nobody gonna go bragging about that one. You know, Fudd was insane. Strong was insane. But at the same time, no, they don't get here without Paige balling out earlier in the tournament. You know what I mean? Red Rock, we on the same wavelength there, Rock. You know, I ain't mad at all. You know, I hate to see my hometown neighborhood girl Dawn Staley go down like that though. But I'm with you. I ain't mad at Paige. I ain't mad at Paige getting it. I ain't mad at Paige getting it. You know what I mean? That's a good point, Jared, about UConn beating Juju them last year. See, what you call it? USC was just a good matchup against UConn because of their size. You know, they were just a good matchup. And South Carolina just don't have that big man. You know, the big player that they used to have, man. They always had, you know, whether it's Camilla, whether it's Aaliyah, whether it's Asia. You know what I mean? Dawn can't really implement what she want because kids is soft as hell. You know, all the kids is soft, man. Damn, 82 to 59. This is crazy, bro. This is crazy. This is wild. Shout out to UConn. Shout out to UConn, man. I don't even know if it's important. I need to do a game breakdown for this. This is a straight blowout. You know, what breakdown can I give? You know, other than it was belt to ass. You know what I mean? We had a belt to ass Super Bowl, and now we had a belt to ass championship game. The men's game, I'm not even that interested since Duke got knocked out. You know, um, my man, you know, Cooper Flag went out there and balled out, but it wasn't enough. You know, that joint was crazy. So might as well ride with Houston. Like shit, you did all that to beat UConn. You know, I mean to beat Duke. You did all that to beat Duke. Houston might as well go all the way. You know, on the men, and UConn got their 12th national chip. I ain't happy about that because I do not like UConn. As a Big East Villanova fan, I do not F with UConn. I'm gonna let y'all know that. You know what I'm saying? I'm Villanova. But Paige Becker's got one of them old school. I like Paige Becker's game. She old school, two-way player, midi, post game, shoot threes, play defense. You know, I like her, man. So I'm happy for that. You know what I mean? I'm happy for that. Yeah, you ain't know about Fudd yet. Fudd, nice. I know she need to just go ahead and declare. Ain't no point. If I'm Gino, I'm like, yo, easy. Go ahead and just, you know what I mean, live out your dream. Ain't no point coming back here. You know what I'm saying? Only thing is, she ain't gonna drop to Chicago. I wish she would though. She ain't gonna drop. If Fudd declares, you know, because Livia Miles messed up everything, man. She just threw everything off. You know, dang. But that's what's up, though, man. I thank all y'all for coming out, man. If you could, I'm about to go check out this post game stuff. I want to hear what everybody got to say. Watch the celebration, all that good ish. You know what I mean? So, peace out to everybody. Appreciate y'all. Fudd don't play point, but I don't think that matters. You know what I mean? You got Ariel Atkins there. You got um, Vandersloot there. Vandersloot probably gonna go play 1 year. Atkins can move over to the point if you bring Fudd in. You know, so that's where I would see that. We grab a point again next year. You know what I mean? But I'm out.